most fascinating thing within my policing career I have done is actually the mass casualty course.
But I really did not know what I was getting into. I really did not know what I was getting into coming into this training.
I expected to learn about mass casualty. I got a little warning that it was an intense course. So I kind of prepared my mind for what to expect, but it still was almost like I underestimated how intense it was going to be.
I must admit, having first been selected to participate in this program, I was totally unprepared for what we actually had to endure. My take on it was initially we would have spent a majority of our time conducting theoretical lessons, but I was in for a total surprise.
I thought that it was just a sit-down course where we would just be fed with theory mostly, and I had not prepared myself mentally.
I anticipated that it would be just a usual training, sit down at the desk, listen to lectures. However, it was not. It was very intense. We had quite a bit of group work, and we got some real scenarios, practical scenarios.
As part of the National Emergency Management Organization's mandate, training and capacity building remain critical pillars in strengthening our national resilience. These efforts not only vital in mitigating the impacts of disasters, but also in managing them effectively. Mass casualty management is such a training that brings together multiple agencies such as police, fire service, the doctors, the nurses, borderly, Ministry of Equity, Ministry of Environment, and a number of other volunteers in the Nemo structure. This training is going to put together tabletop exercises and field exercises, inserting the participants into real life events to help them put their necessary skills together as one in managing an incident.
Part of our mandates at the ministry is to actually assist in our communities with disaster mitigation and preparedness efforts. So this, upon hearing about this training, it was very interesting to me when my supervisors brought it to my attention. But of course, it would sharpen my skills in the community, build my capacity in assisting the community.
Coming here, before the course, I was basically oblivious to mass casualty, didn't know exactly what it really entailed. But definitely being here and doing this course for the last 6 days and even the night activity, I have realized that it has opened me up to so much more in this world in terms of just looking at various situations and the damages or the potential hazard there can be.
As the course progressed, I realized early on through some of the lectures given by my instructors that it was going to be demanding, and that is exactly what it was. We spent many days out in the field conducting exercises that would prepare us for the future.
So I really got to appreciate and understand every agency's role in a mass casualty. Because sometimes we like to cast blame and we like to judge without really knowing the full detail or the full scope of things. So it was very eye-opening in that aspect.
And I'm just really thankful for the opportunity to have been in that forum, mixed with other colleagues from different arenas, that players that would be key actors and stakeholders in such, an MCCI response event. So like I said, it really opened my eyes and broadened my worldview as it relates to disaster mitigation and so on, and preparedness and response. So I'm thankful for that opportunity.
There is a saying that fate rarely calls upon us at a moment of our choosing. So we can mitigate, but mass casualty management is vital. In order to respond, we must prepare. And we had a wide range of agencies working in tandem to create better solutions to mass casualty problems. And I believe it was a success, and we will see the fruits out in the field.
It also made me better prepared as a physician in terms of getting those calls and being able to manage and understanding what is priority and what is not. And it's an overall very informative, very fun, very interactive course. And I would recommend it to any first responder because it will only make us better and more prepared.
Now I have a better understanding of the various roles in a mass casualty case. For example, sometimes you'd undermine the role that fire service does or what the police does, but I have a greater appreciation for that presently.
This really went in depth, and I was speaking to one of the colleagues in the training as well, and I told them when I came in, I did not know what to expect. But then it really opened my eyes to a lot of things that we take for granted, especially, I mean, in St. Lucia, we're not exposed to as many mass MCI events as you know, persons overseas and in other countries, obviously, where they have more, the population is larger. But considering the training, having gone through the paces and everything, it is just, it's astounding.
It has made me more aware of some of the dangers in the field, but it has also prepared me for upcoming events or maybe a mass casualty in my community. And I'm just hoping that this course will not be the first and the last, because I believe that it's a course that many agencies need to get their personnel trained in.
Attending this course, I have a greater appreciation for my role as an ER nurse. I would encourage everyone to do this training, as it will be of a greater, you'll have a greater appreciation for what you do in the emergency room, and it also opens your mind. I really did enjoy this course. I enjoyed the practical aspect of it. I enjoyed the fact that it was a collaborative effort. I would like to thank Nemo and the facilitators for conducting this training, and I hope it will continue and we continue to train more of our staff.
Nemo, thank you, Royal Central Police Force, Medical Fraternity, Borderley Correctional Facility, Fire Services, and of course the Pan American Health Organization. It's appreciated.
So kudos to the team, Nemo, all our instructors. We are very grateful for putting this wonderful program together. This training has been very successful and impactful.
I mean, the instructors were really tough, but grueling, but it's good. There was this term that I actually learned some years ago, which was actually trust the process. I could finally say mass casualty course, you just need to trust the process. And I would urge any and everyone out there, all department, every interagency within St. Lucia and the region to actually do this course, because it will be for a greater good, not just for the country, but for the entire region.
MCM provides a structured blueprint that enhances readiness and the ability to save life. This mass casualty management training is an international accredited certificate with PAHO WHO. We want to thank them for assisting us in accrediting our responders. At Nemo, we are committed in ensuring that St. Lucia remains prepared, resilient, and ready to respond in the face of any emergency.